Okay, let's do this. What is going on, Waffles? How is everybody doing? I told you guys that I would be doing a Q&A video today, so I figured, let's do it! So let's get into it, I guess. I don't really know how to actually do the intro for these, so let's pretend that was a good one. First question. What is your favorite movie genre and music genre? Well, I am a man of many tastes, and I don't necessarily have a favorite. It's just kind of, if either of them entertain me, I tend to like them. Like I have, on my iPod, I have Bollywood, I have Screamo, I have country, I have pop, I have a whole bunch of different stuff, and as you guys know, I pretty much see every single movie that plays out in theaters, so, you know, I don't really have necessarily a favorite. So next question, how did you come up with Peace Out Girl Scout? You know, I actually get this question quite a lot, and to be completely honest, I have no idea where I came up with it. Just one day, I was thinking, I was like, you know, I need an outro for a video, and I honestly just said the first thing that came into my head. I have tried looking it up, and I don't find any reference to it, but I don't know, I thought it kind of worked, and obviously you guys are starting to catch on a little bit, so I'm glad it worked for you. Okay, next question. What inspired you to do YouTube? Well, I've been wanting to do YouTube for about 5 years now. Like, I was a senior in high school, and I, watched Shaytards and, all, like, CTFXC and everybody, and I really, really wanted to do it. So for my birthday, my parents got me the Flip Minnow camera for my birthday, and I kind of messed around and used it a little bit, but I never actually uploaded anything onto YouTube per se. But about almost a year ago, actually, like I think it's 4 days from now is going to be my year anniversary, I decided, nobody has ever filmed every single day in the life of an actor going from a nobody to a somebody in Hollywood. Like, you always hear and read about how people were before they became famous. So I figured, why not be the first person to start vlogging and, just putting their life online, so you guys can see, the change in all my auditions and when I get my big break and all that different type of stuff. So that's kind of how I got inspired. So yeah, I don't know any segues to actually get through these questions, so I'm just going to go to the next one.
Once it ends. Question 3!
What number is this, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4! Question 4. What kind of actor would you like to be? A well-known actor.
A good one.
A good actor. Question 5. Besides weights and YouTube, what else do you do that makes you happy? Well, especially in the beginning of the vlogs, I love going on like road trip adventures, and I love doing new things, trying new food, meeting new people. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm kinda sort of a people person. I love talking to people and everything, so basically just new experiences in general makes me happy. So, there's that. There is no segue, guys. I'm so sorry for this. I will refine it in the next couple of question and answer videos, but I have no idea how to segue these things.
Just end each one with, there's that.
Exactly. Okay, so another question. Do you have tattoos, and what do they mean? Well, I have this one. On my left forearm, it is a cross going through the skin made out of nails, and it's bleeding at the bottom. And then in Greek, there is Greek letters, obviously it's in Greek, that says, I love you. And as you guys can see, there is a scar in between those. And basically, when I was in ninth grade, I went through a really, really dark period in my life, and I decided to cut myself on my left forearm. Now, I know this is getting a little personal, but that's what these question and answer videos are for, is to get to know me as the creator and being able to relate with you guys. But I went through a dark period. I cut myself, and I got out of the dark period, but like it always kind of haunted me. Like, why did I do that? You know, it's not obviously that great of a thing to, you know, showcase, I guess. I don't necessarily showcase, but I was a little embarrassed by it. So I, you know, started searching online, and I got the idea of the tattoo that I have now, and it's basically saying, you know, I'm not ashamed that I went through that, because that made me who I am today. And basically it's like, I'm Christian. I don't know about any of you guys, but the cross going through the skin and the fact that it says I love you in Greek, it's basically just reminding me that God is with me, and he went through a bunch of pain for us. Well, Jesus went through a whole bunch of pain for us, and you know, I'm not alone in the struggle. And the fact that it's in Greek is because I'm Greek and my dad was born in Greece and all of that stuff. So the second tattoo I have is a little bit less, it's a little bit more lighthearted. It's not necessarily super down, but it says, "Is it holy?" And basically, when I was, let's see, I think it was 10th grade, I went to Ichthus. It's basically like a Christian Woodstock, and I listened to this motivational speaker named Justin Lookadoo, and his thing is basically, he has a bracelet that says "Is it holy?" on it, and it's basically like his form of a WWJD bracelet. So I just decided to take it to heart and tattoo it onto my body to be permanent. And it's basically just to remind me to be a good person, to do, you know, things, and basically go by the golden rule. I said that weird. Basically go by the golden rule to treat everyone the way you would want to be treated, and treat every situation, you know, in a positive and, you know, kind-hearted spirit. So that was a little bit of a long question or answer, I guess. So I guess we're going on to the next one. There's the perfect segue. What inspired you to start with the motivational quotes? I'm big into inspiration and motivation, and actually getting, you know, like motivating people to do the best that they can with what they have. And I figured, what better way to end a video than to do a motivational quote. That way, if they're watching it at the beginning of their day, they go throughout the rest of the day with a little bit of positivity. And if they're going to sleep after they watch it, you know, they end their day on a little bit of positivity. And my biggest thing is to be happy and be extremely positive about whatever you want to do with your life. So figured a motivational/inspirational quote would kind of be a good segue to do that without having to say, stay positive and be happy. Okay, let's see. What is your ultimate goal in life and my career? Well, I came into YouTube expecting to just do this until I get, you know, big in Hollywood. So obviously part of my goal is to you know, be on the big or the small screen, and, you know, get a good fan base. But doing YouTube more often and getting introduced to Mike and Brittany and Sarah and Yuri and all these great people from YouTube, I decided to take this on as kind of a career goal, but also a life goal too, to basically just do this, because I love sharing my life with you guys, and I love meeting new people, as I said. So YouTube's just a great avenue to do that. How did you start and find YouTube? Well, let me see. I found YouTube basically, I guess, through social media. I don't really know. When YouTube kind of started, a lot of people would share like funny videos on like the different social medias like MySpace and Facebook and everything. And I just clicked on it, and you guys know how YouTube is. Once you see one video, you see all the other videos on the side, and you just click and click and click, and then all of a sudden 5 hours has gone by, and it's like, what am I doing with my life? I need to go outside. And I actually started daily vlogs about 4 months before I officially started. I think it was September of 2013. I started daily vlogs, and all I had was my phone, and I used the YouTube Capture app, and I just kind of did that for 4 or 5 days. But then complications with my life kind of happened, and unfortunately, like 3 or 4 days into me daily vlogging, I was on my way to a friend's house, I think, and my mom called me and was like, hey, you need to come home immediately. So I came home, and she told me that my dad had died. So like that kind of came as a really, really big shock to me. And that was like 3 days into my daily vlogging, and I was like, okay, well, this is something that I don't necessarily want to keep, I guess, just to myself. So on my way to my grandma's house, which is where he actually died, I vlogged a little bit and just kind of talked to myself, almost basically saying, never take who you have in your life for granted, because you never know when they're actually going to go away. And after about 3 more days, I just kind of got out of the habit, and then 4 months later, I actually start vlogging, and I decided to clean up my channel and start very, very fresh. So I deleted all the videos that I had actually done, which honestly now is kind of a regret of mine, because I wish I still had that to have my like initial reaction and stuff. But you live and you learn. I have the memories and everything that I have with it. So yeah, that's a bit of a roundabout way of saying how I started YouTube. And I guess the final question is, where do you draw the line when it comes to an acting gig? And right now, I haven't really reached that line yet, but it's pretty much any time that, like, I'm assuming that if I get uncomfortable with something, and that uncomfortability, if that's a word, is that a word? Uncomfortability. Yes, it's a word. Let's go with it. If that doesn't go away, then, obviously I'm not going to do it. Excuse me. And I think my thing is, I'm never going to be naked on camera, because that's not for you. And I am never, let's see. And I don't think I'm actually going to do any type of sex scene either. That's just kind of awkward and weird. But as far as I know, anything else is pretty much fair game at this point, unless it makes me super uncomfortable. I guess that's all of my questions that I had. If you ever have any questions, I'm going to try to make this probably like a bi-weekly thing, depending on how popular my responses are. But I'm going to try to make the Q&A video every 2 weeks, just to kind of give our newcomers a chance to ask questions, or any of our old comers. I don't think that's a thing, but any of our old comers, more opportunities to ask more in-depth questions if you want. As you guys can tell, I obviously have no restraints actually opening up my life. With that, thank you guys so much for the great responses. Thank you to Zach Attack 77, 86_Stone, Bomb de Cookie, Marks Bennett, and Sarah Parker for your questions. I really, really appreciate the great response on this whole Q&A thing. And as always, love you all, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout!